Welcome, adventurers. Today, we're not just learning vocabulary. Oh no, we are embarking on a quest. Our mission? To collect the 100 essential nouns that are, quite literally, the building blocks of the English language. Just think about that for a second. What if you could build a whole world with just 100 words? Because with the right words, you're not just speaking a language. You're creating realities, you're telling stories, and you're building entire societies. And these 100 nouns, they are your foundational tools. Okay, let's dive in. And look, this isn't just some random list we pulled out of a hat. Our map for this quest comes from the British National Corpus, which is this massive collection of formal official documents. So what does that mean for you? It means these are the power words you really need to succeed in school and in your career. Every great adventure has to start somewhere. And it always starts with the hero, and that's you. So our first chapter is all about the words that build your personal world, the reality right around you. First things first, we need to understand the very fabric of our existence. Words like time, year, day, these aren't just vocabulary. They're the fundamental units we use to measure our journey and tell our stories. They set the stage for absolutely everything that follows. So, what's a story without its characters? These nouns, well, they represent the key people who populate our world. They are our allies, our mentors, and sometimes the whole reason for our quest in the first place. They're the heart of any narrative, really. And every hero needs a base, a starting point. That word is home. And it's so much more than just a building. It's a place of rest, of safety. You can see it in the example, right? It's where you return after a long day. I'm going to sleep when I get home. So, how do you actually interact with this world you're in? Well, you use the tools you were born with. Your head for thinking, your hand for creating, your face for communicating, and your senses for perceiving everything. These are the instruments you'll be using for this entire journey. All right, you've mastered your personal realm. Fantastic. But now it's time to venture out. Chapter 2 is all about the words you need to build and, understand the wider world of society. Let's see how this all connects. And this, right here, perfectly illustrates that progression. Language lets us scale things up. We start small, with our family, then we might join a group, which becomes part of a community, and ultimately, we all contribute to a society. See that? Each word is just a bigger circle of connection. These are the brand new settings in our adventure. You've got school for knowledge, a company or office for work, the market for trade, and then the bigger realms, like the city and the country. These are the places where civilization actually happens. Now, what's so interesting here is how these two words are like the pillars holding society up. You have the government, the people in charge, and you have the law, the set of rules that hopefully everyone agrees to follow. You really can't build a stable world without them. And, of course, to enforce that law, a society needs the police. The example sentence here is very direct. It shows their functions so clearly. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. It's a powerful word, isn't it? It represents order and consequence. Okay, we've built the physical world. We've built the social world. Now for the final and maybe the most powerful chapter of our quest, mastering the abstract nouns. This is the world of ideas that truly shapes our reality. This is so important. Unlike a hand or a house, you can't touch these words. But that's what makes them so powerful. Abstract nouns, they're kind of like magic spells. Seriously, they have the power to influence, to persuade, and to completely change the world around you. Take the word power. It's invisible, right? But its effect can be world-changing. This sentence just captures that perfectly. It's the ability to make things happen. And here, we can see exactly how an idea becomes a plan. It's that spark of creation. This sentence shows a thought that's just about to turn into a real action. This is how progress begins, with just one idea. Now, this is a really grounding concept. A fact is a piece of information that is true. It anchors our arguments, our understanding of the world, and when someone says, "I know for a fact," that's an assertive statement. It's a claim to objective reality. And here are even more of your magical tools. You gather information and evidence by doing research. You analyze a system to find a problem. And how do you start it all? By asking a question. This is the essential toolkit for any thinker, any leader. And just like that, our quest to collect these words is complete. We've gathered all the core components. But you know what? This isn't the end. Not even close. It's the beginning of your story. So let's quickly recap the reward for your quest. You now have a toolkit for 3 key realms: the personal, for talking about your own life; the social, for navigating the world around you; and the abstract, for wielding the incredible power of ideas. 100. That's a powerful number. You now hold the 100 core building blocks of formal British English. That is a huge achievement, and these words are now part of your personal arsenal. Remember how we started with a question about building worlds? Well, the quest is complete. You have the tools, the power to build arguments, to write stories, to do business, to create anything you want. It's now in your hands. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. You have the foundation. You have the most essential nouns in the language. The only question left is, what world, what story, what future are you going to choose to create with them? Your adventure is just getting started.